But the fight is not over yet. He's got a backdoor move. But first, let me explain what it's about.
Yeah, please tell us what it is.
The treaty is called the Arms Trade Treaty. And its alleged purpose is to stop private individuals, not governments, but private individuals, from exporting weapons, small arms, machine guns, assault rifles, shotguns, grenades, that sort of thing, to drug cartels, criminal groups, the mob. You know, all the people Holder regularly supplies.
Big friend of Fast and Furious.
Yeah, and to stop those people from getting guns. But what it does is it imposes on each country the obligation to inventory the supply of weapons in that country and take steps to see to it that none of it gets exported.
So let's count the guns, right?
Count them, register them, get the name and address of the owner, fingerprint them, and then inevitably find that there are certain categories of guns that are being exported and ban those. Now, what about the Second Amendment? Well, a treaty under the Supremacy Clause of the U.S. Constitution, just read it, is the law of the land, and the court has held that means it has the same status as a constitutional amendment. So it's as if the Second Amendment were repealed, as clearly as Prohibition was repealed.
Do you really mean that, Dick? The Second Amendment's going to be repealed if we sign this UN treaty? Or you're saying it will have the same effect? You're saying
because the locus of gun control decisions will be removed from the U.S. Congress and given to the United Nations if we become a signatory to this treaty.
Let me ask you about a specific thing in the treaty that really bothers me. I know it bothers you. If the United States decides that it wants to arm rebels in some despotic nation, some nation that, say Syria, some nation like Syria, well, I don't know, is Al-Qaeda going to be in charge in Syria? That's another discussion.
But Obama's decision to arm the rebels in Syria would be a violation of this treaty.
Because he would have to seek permission
from Syria,
from the Syrian despotic government. Well, wouldn't that work out just great?
It completely nullifies the Reagan doctrine.
So whose benefit is that for? Russia? China?
Yep, absolutely. Well, but they're not going to obey the treaty.
Oh.
We will. They won't. In fact, the treaty is enforceable in U.S. courts. It's the law of the land. If Obama armed the Syrian rebels after this treaty was signed, and Syria refused to give permission, and Syria was also a signatory to the treaty, you could bring an action in U.S. District Court to enjoin the Obama administration from arming.
Go on.
Abortion, wish of religion, blah, blah, blah. And if that's the case, that's completely wrong, in my opinion.
Well, listen, before we bring out something that a caller said in another radio show that we don't have any evidence for, let's get some evidence for that.
And as a result of
its available navigation that we run software absolutely
same tactics that Republicans use on them right now. And see, unless you can change the filibuster itself, and none of them really want to do it because it works for them on occasion.
Well, if that's the case, then we should go back to the filibuster. Let them get on the floor,
right,
and let them hold the floor all day long if they want to prove their point.
That's right. Really do it, not just see what they do now, which is you're exactly right. What they do now, they imply filibuster. We're going to, and then all of a sudden you get a cloture vote, or you don't get cloture, and that lets you know they want to keep on talking until they can talk that bill down, or they can make a deal. So what we're really talking about is how the Senate itself is constructed. And we got to get down to the root. And then you really got to go all the way to the history model, which I don't have time for now, why there is even a Senate to begin with. And see, if you go by, these were like the nobility, if you will, who were going to have the last say-so, regardless of what those wild people in the House of Representatives. That's how they refer to. You talk to a senator about the House, they say, oh, the House says, oh, yeah, now, they passed it.
But GW, when you remember when they passed the Constitution, he was all about farmers, people who own land, land property.
Oh, yeah.
And these are the people still today, even though there may not be a lot of farms, but there's a hell of a lot of corporations.
That's right.
They're
the new farmers.
Yeah, for sure. GW, are you located in Washington, the District of Columbia?
Yes, I am.
You are, sir?
Yes, I am.
And from where you stand on the hill, can you see Plymouth Rock?
No, I can't see it from there. Even if I had on my glasses, I couldn't see it. I swear I couldn't.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that, GW, is because Plymouth Rock is right there in Washington. Just like Malcolm X said, it didn't land here, it landed on us.
Oh, well, from that perspective, I see. Well, I like that. I see Plymouth Rock from that perspective. That's pretty good. I like that one. I'm going to use that one, too.
Okay, GW.
All right. Thank you so much, brother. Have a great weekend. Take it easy. Okay, I'm going out to Ohio. We got Special K on the line. How you doing?
I'm doing well, GW. How are you?
Very well, very well.
Good. First of all, I want to piggyback on a call from yesterday that we all should be getting in touch with Kenny Curtis and let them know how we feel about having you on for more than just an hour. And when you call him, if he doesn't answer his phone, make sure you leave your number and name so he can call you back. Because he did call me back.
Oh, he did call you back. Okay, you know, I was about to ask you that question. Okay.
Yeah, he did call me back, and he told me that he was glad that I did leave my name and number so he could get back with me. And also, for those of you who don't want to call, email him. He asked me to have people email and let them know how we feel.
Well, how did you, when you spoke to him, I mean, you know, the journalist in me has, I have to ask you, I mean, how'd that conversation go?
Well, it was a lot more cordial than the program director. He actually listened to what I had to say and asked me some questions about why I wanted you to be on for a longer period of time, and those things of that nature. He actually listened.
He was paying attention, in other words.
That's what he said. So now there's power in numbers, and if we can get all of us who are interested to at least just email and let them know. We want you on for a longer period of time, and we're paying for this service. So it's just not like, we are